Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us for this brief overview of our Mileage series software. This demonstration is intended to give you an inside look at how the software works and how it can help your transportation company to become more efficient. Let's get started. What you're looking at here is our mileage software. It begins with a trip sheet. The trip sheet is where you can enter in your routing points. A minimum of 2 routing points are needed in order to generate a route. Routing points can be entered in via zip code entry, or by using a state code and then the city name. Notice as how I type in the name on the location entry window, there is a list of cities that are available to me. As I type, it tries to make an appropriate match. I can then arrow up and arrow down within that list. I double click to get my selection, and then enter brings me to a new line. I can enter more than just 2 points. For example, when I am done entering points, I can then either right mouse click to compute driving miles, or I can use the convenient toolbar button labeled D for driving miles. This will give me a mileage report. The report is customized based on some preferences in the parameter window. At the top, it gives me information about my preferences that were used while running the report. Included in this is the cost per distance. I'm using $1.75 as my rate, and it's going to apply that times the number of miles that I traveled to give me a route cost. So from Windsor to Cleveland, these are my summary directions. It's 588.7 miles for $1,030.22 cost, which would take 9 hours and 26 minutes. The Cleveland to Chicago leg is 343 miles for $601.65 for a total time of 5 hours and 32 minutes. At the very bottom would be my cumulative totals. I have my states broken down with total miles in each state, total time in each state, my entire trip totals, 932.5 miles, 14 hours and 58 minutes for a total trip cost of $1,631.87. So that is the trip report that's based off of the entry points on my trip entry window. I can then right mouse click and I can then view the plot, which is the mapping option. This then will give me a line overlay over the route under which the program is suggesting that we travel. The map is interactive. You do have the ability to zoom in on the map by drawing little boxes using the left mouse click. I can also scroll my mouse wheel in and out, zooming it out back to the original view. Okay, and anytime I left mouse click on the map, it will center on where I click my cursor. So if I click on Indianapolis, it's going to center on Indianapolis in the center of the mapping window. If I click Chicago, it centers my screen on Chicago. I draw a box, it zooms in on that box. Right mouse click will zoom me back out and allow me to see more of the map. If I would like to begin a new entry process, I can come over here and click on this new trip piece of paper, and it will open up a second trip window. Using the window menu, I can toggle between open trip windows. If I would like to save a particular route, I can click Save. It allows me to save it. I can name it and save it in a directory. Under the yellow hand is where you would find your preferences. The preferences, when the trip window is open, will allow you to adjust your routing parameters. So your optimization method, whether you're trying to calculate for one way or a round trip, okay? The type of driving miles, rating, air, or driving miles, driving by time or by distance, whether or not you want to cross national borders, adhere to commercial restrictions, It allows you to set your maximum posted speed limit, truck height, your level of toll road avoidance, 0 meaning you will drive on toll roads, 9 meaning avoid toll roads even if it would compromise your route. In other words, it would take no exceptions and avoid toll roads completely. 0 is a kind of a default for what most people would route under. Your speed adjustment to increase or decrease the way that we calculate your time on the report. And then, of course, your cost per mile. And then I save that as my system's default and click OK. So those become the parameters under which I'm going to rate when I book loads in the system. So that concludes our inside look at our Prophesy Mileage solution. Please don't hesitate to reach out to our team with any questions you might have. We can be reached by phone at 800-776-6706 or by email at moreinfo@mile.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.